I want to talk to you today about not letting the ugly in others take away the life of the beauty in you. And this is so important because we know that we are all living in this interconnected, interdependent world. We all need each other. I know we don't want to admit that. I don't even like to admit that. I love my alone time. I love time with myself. But the truth is, we all need each other. All the studies have supported that. People who have social connections live longer. They're less likely to have depression. They have more joy. People who are socially connected are more successful. So obviously, hands down, we need each other. But we cannot let the ugly in others kill our beauty, because what's going to happen is sometimes, whether it's a good relationship or a bad relationship, people are going to be ugly. It's going to happen. Hopefully, they're not typically in an ugly stance. And that's another whole video in itself when I talk about how our insides we can see on the outside, but we don't realize it sometimes. How our beauty inside can manifest to beauty outside on our face, quote unquote. It will resonate to others, attract others like magnets, because kindness is beautiful and meanness, evilness, wickedness, and cruelty is ugly, and it literally shows up on our faces. When it happens, it shows up on the face of those around you when they're ugly. It takes away, it strips any beauty that they have. But I'm talking about on the spiritual, emotional realm right now when I'm talking about the ugly killing the beauty. And the reason why I say that is sometimes when we're in situations that don't seem fair, when someone says something to us that is not nice, or they try to take advantage of us, we get angry, right? And we want to lose it. And it's so tempting to go there because we feel justified. Well, this is the language that this person is speaking, whether through their words or through their actions. It's only right that I can match that language. It's only right that I can say something ugly back, or it's only right that I can talk about that person, or, not be kind to them or treat them in a certain way, when really what you're doing now is cheating yourself. We end up cheating ourselves, trying to get back at someone else or speak their language that we claim we don't even like in the first place because it is ugly. And then next thing you know, we have stooped down to that level. And who are you? Now you are truthfully a different person because you have killed some of your beauty so that you could match the ugliness of someone else. And then we say, what do we say afterwards? Well, they made me do it. Well, if they didn't do that, I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have reacted that way. When the truth is, it was in you. You pulled it out and you let it go. That person didn't make you do anything. What you did was perhaps you may have been around the wrong person, maybe too long. But if someone provokes you to be like them, you are making that choice to be like them. And so if you have that beauty inside of you, you don't want to let anyone rob you of that, anyone to kill it, anyone to provoke you, or anyone, more truthfully, to give you the excuse to extinguish it. You want your beauty to shine. And how do you do that? Well, you do that by expressing your kindness, by expressing your character, no matter what. Because what I have seen time and time again, those times when I've been able to go high, as I believe Michelle Obama has said, when they go lower, we go high. Those times when I've been able to do that, oh my gosh, when you talk about peace, and then the other person is standing over there, showing themselves for who they are, and yet I'm still able to be who I am. You're still able to be who you are, and people see that and they respect it. And what they cannot say about you is that you acted in a way that was not appropriate. You acted in a way that was ugly. They still see your beauty shining. They still see your radiance. they still have that gravitation to you because you are exemplifying love no matter what. And you are winning. You are winning. Because sometimes we think when someone speaks to us in a certain way or treats us a certain way, we're losing. We're not losing because we're not fighting with this person. We're God's gifts. We're royalty. We're not dogs in a backyard where we gotta go tit for tat or scrap. That's not what you're made to do. That may be what other people choose to do, but that is not what God has made you to do. And so for us, we need to radiate our beauty, not only for ourselves, but for those who are watching us, not only for our sake, because it will benefit us, but also for the sake of God's children. He said he wants us to be the salt and the light of the earth. And what we know about salt is that it's pure. It's pure. You know, we use salt to cure things, to cure and to preserve things. We use salt to cleanse things. Salt is powerful. So that whole analogy exemplifies what God is really looking for us to do. It's for us to purify the situation, purify the environment, cleanse the environment, preserve the peace in the environment, and the light to be radiant and to shine above the darkness. Because where there is light, as Martin Luther King Jr. said, there is no darkness. So he's looking for us to preserve and purify the environment while bringing light of radiance that reflects him, because he's made us in his image, right? But if we're choosing not to radiate our beauty, but we're choosing to speak the language and get down on the level of the person who's being ugly, we're choosing to basically exemplify the enemy, not what God has given us. He's given us the power to be his salt. How powerful is that? God is saying, I trust you. I trust you to be the salt, that you have the power to be the salt, to preserve an environment. You have the power to preserve an environment. You have the power to cleanse an environment. And the light of the earth, you have the power to bring light in a dark situation. And that is truth. That is his truth. I'm not saying that. I'm not making that up. You know, so that says to me, no matter how angry somebody gets you, you always have that choice. You always have that choice to be radiating, to set an example that you are better. You are better because you are God's gift. So that's why I say to you in this moment, you know, just like I said at the beginning, don't let anyone kill your beauty with their ugliness. If they choose to be ugly, let them do so, while you maintain the beauty that is in you, that you have, and have a blessed day.